All right, check your trainers for burrs. Scrape the burrs off it, make sure. You're gonna be touching people's skin, you don't want to be cutting them open. Okay, also make sure you have a quick draw sheath. If you don't have a belt rig, make sure you side tuck it. All right, the first thing that we teach is a blade protocol. All right, we never lend our blades out. We don't even lend it to our left hand. Our left hand has its own blade, the right hand has its own blade. So you'll have multiple blades on you. The standard rig has 36 blades. All right, for beginners, you know, we try to start you off with 4. 2 straights and two minis. The minis are tucked behind you, so it's not visually accessible. The straights are in front of you, in a sheath, in front of your thigh. Protect your femoral in movement. All right, when you're at ease, when you're standing at ease, it's shoulders width with the feet, and your hands are on your blades. Your hands are always resting on your blade. All right, so if your hands are at ease, they should be touching a blade handle. Now for the associate levels, your hand should be on 3 blades at least. That's the way it's tucked. And the blade passing protocol is, first of all, if you drop your blade, don't bend down to pick it up. In training, that's a sign for your training partner or anyone else around you to stab you in the back. So you have to stop your blade fixation. All right, so get used to when you drop your blade, don't bend down to pick it up because you have more on you. So just automatically transition to your next blade. The second thing is when you're passing a blade to each other, it's passed in the reverse grip. It's passed securely but not offensively. When you pass the blade, if you're passing it, it's not ready, that's what happens. Okay, that's why we pass the blade secure. So you make sure it's secured before you release it. All right, so remember that, and holster. You always make sure your quick draw holster, which is the 2 front, are always loaded. If it gets unloaded, you load it up with another one. The blade of choice that we use for beginners are the straight blades. We pick blades that don't have personalities in the beginning. A blade that doesn't have personality is, okay, hold out your straight blade. Take a look at it. Is it a right hand grip or a left hand grip? Yes. Is it for forward use or reverse use? The cutting edge, is it for meat or is it for bone? And if it's for meat, what kind of meat? You know, is it for penetrating or just for slashing? That's why it's called a generic blade. It can do all of that. A blade with personality is something like our minis. Okay, pull out a mini. The mini is what we call the one that's in your back. It's offset, it's not straight. The small straight ones are called the neck knives. The one that's offset, if you hold it and extend your finger, it should match your finger line as if you were pointing. So put your finger on the flat part of the blade. Right, so that's ergonomically correct for thrusting. Okay, so it's got to be the offset blade. All right, so those are the blades we use in the beginning. Now the first practice that we do for everyone is the blade throw. Okay, what's your rank?
Apprentice instructor.
Apprentice instructor. Apprentice instructor with us means that you can take 2 of your minis, throw both of them up in the air, do a double quick draw, pop them back, and then grab it. For a regular apprentice, it's just single hand. 1 blade in your hand, your mini, you draw it, throw it up in the air, pull out your quick draw, catch, and back. That's a requirement for any of our apprentices. Anyone who's trying out for the first time, we say do it because it's blade familiarization. You know, as you get better, you don't have to throw it that high. A lot of times, you'd like to throw your blade airborne so the person in front of you is waiting to catch it. While they're waiting to catch it, you stab them. Okay, so that's that simple. Or you wait for it to come back down so you can use it again. A lot of times you throw your 1 blade in the air, so while you're doing your knife work, by the time it comes down, you whip it right back into them with your other blade. All right, so there's a lot of ways to do it. And the throwing part, we do not throw as a distraction. Okay, so just, you know, you see where, do you throw your blades? Yes, we throw our blades, but not as a distraction. We never throw it as a distraction. It's only a distraction to us when we miss. All right, so we don't throw to distract you. All right, it's never thrown to distract, so just keep that in mind. The first thing is the draw. Grab it with a reverse grip, bring it up to chest height, heart level, thrust towards the heart, pull it back, and then back down. Do that first. Click, go. Okay, you see how fast that is? That means you have that much time to do your holstering. So basically take that mini now, throw it up in the air. Now you calculate the speed of your quick draw and the speed of your high throw. Now of course your quick draw has to be faster than the throw, the high throw, you see that? So it's not really impossible. Alright, now it's the same hand, you have to use the same hand. In essence, that would mean that you can do this, throw it up in the air, stab them, and that's all you look for as far as timing. You just have to make sure that you're finished and holstered before that other blade hits the floor. You see how it works? Mini. Another way of looking at it is, you have the mini, all right, and you're engaging. You have this much time to do this. Before it hits the floor, you should be finished with your thrust. Okay?